Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 21 and Mending the Model, our Watford FC save. Last episode we started the season off with a nice, comfortable 3-0 win against Middlesbrough before facing Fulham in the Carabao Cup second round. A real nail-biter that one. We went all the way to penalties and thankfully won. This time we've got a very exciting game against Luton Town. This is the M1 derby, usually a pretty feisty affair. The first time these sides have met in about 14 years, so long anticipated. Looks like we should be relatively comfortable favourites. Luton have not got off to the best start of the season and currently sit in 21st, and we're comfortably in 6th after our 3-0 win against Middlesbrough. I did also promise we'd be playing against Reading. However, we won't be showing the league game. We actually drew Reading in the Carabao Cup 4th round after our 4-1 win away at Crewe. So we do have Reading back to back. I've decided I'm going to show the 4th round cup game instead, and I'll update you on the league game next time. Now before we get into those matches, I've got to catch you up with a few other games that we've had. A few days after the win away at Fulham, we had to trek up to Sheffield Wednesday, starting the season with a point deduction of 6 points. This wasn't going to be an easy one. They certainly weren't going to roll over, determined to get as many points on the board as possible. The 3-1 scoreline was a bit flattering really. This was quite a close game. Stats wise, we only had one more shot and we both had 5 shots on target. We did have more possession and more passes completed, but Sheffield Wednesday certainly put up a fight, and they got off to a flyer in the 7th minute with a Josh Windass breakaway goal. Here we go. So they cleared the ball up to him. Windass with acres of space. Ngakia caught napping, 1-1 with Foster, and a good finish at. And just 3 minutes later, they had the chance to make it 2-0 with a penalty. Barry Bannon stepping up here, up against Ben Foster, and a cracking save, knocks the ball out for a corner. After that wake-up call, we certainly got our act together, and on the 20-minute mark, Ismaila Sarr got his first goal of the game. Deeney knocks the ball back to Chalobah, a 1-2 with Glazer. Looks up, plays a perfect ball into Sarr, who gets beyond the defender and slots it home. Lovely move. 7 minutes later, Vinicius Jr. gets his goal. Ngakia with the throw to Sarr, puts a cross into the back post and Vinny volleys it home. Love to see those two linking up. And we had a pretty tough time for the rest of the game. However, Sarr put the game beyond doubt in the 90th minute. Mitchell out to Pedro. Pedro plays a long ball forward. Sarr's got loads of space again. And a lovely chipped finish over the keeper. Probably didn't help that they had a guy injured rolling around on the floor there. But there we go, it's a scoreline that matters, and that was a 3-1 win. Hard fought and certainly shows that we're not the finished article yet. Lots of work still to do. And then just 3 days later, we head over to Crewe for the Carabao Cup 3rd round game. Watford running out 4-1 winners in the end, but another slow start. A bit more of a makeshift team this time. We had Keener on the wing, Sema coming in at left back, and Sierrauta at centre half, just to rest some players and give others a chance for a run out. We did look better when the substitutes came on. All 3 of them had good games, Chalobah in particular. Crewe opened the scoring in the 36th minute. Zella sends the ball to Kirk, who has the beating of Mitchell. Lovely run, and another chipped finish. There's so many chipped finishes we've seen now, but a lovely goal. But we did manage to even things up just before half-time. Etienne Capoue with a goal. Sarr running forward at the defence again, spreads the ball out to Ngakia. Ngakia with the ball in, and a lovely header from Capoue beyond the keeper. And we were back in the game, 1-1. After half-time, it was all one-way traffic really, and Ismaila Sarr got a goal at 56 minutes. Mitchell on the ball, sends it inside to Capoue, and once again to Garner. Garner through to Pedro, unselfishly squares it to Sarr, who slots it home, and that's 2-1. There was a lot of action in the last 15 minutes or so. In 78 minutes, Dominguez Quina had a goal ruled out for offside. Ball falls to Garner, out to Ngakia on the right, back to Garner. Chalobah to Capoue. Capoue is a shot, well saved, and Keener slots it home from a very tight angle, but also from an offside position. Unlucky. However, 3 minutes from time, Nathaniel Chalobah, the substitute, pops up. Mitchell on the left. Plays the ball back to Chalobah. Capoue there. Back to Chalobah, and it's a thunderbolt from the edge of the area. Lovely goal. And just to wrap it up, in the 4th minute of added time, Ismaila Sarr gets another goal. On fire this season so far. João Pedro breaks with the ball. Sarr's got acres of space on the right. A lovely ball to him. 1-on-1 with the keeper now. And yeah, a very powerful finish. 4-1. And so we're through to the 4th round where we drew Reading. 2 games against Reading in a row, just a couple of days apart, but a spicy derby game against Luton to worry about first. Let's get straight to it. We're currently sat in 6th place, however, all the teams above us have played 3. Bournemouth and Bristol City still unbeaten, and Luton languishing down the bottom end of the table with 0 points and -2 goal difference. Looks like Luton are expected to line up in a 4-4-2 diamond. Not so much width there, which could be problematic for them considering they're up against Sarr and Vinny, who are on fire so far. And we're back to what I consider our strongest lineup at the moment. Deeney up top with Vinicius Jr. and Sarr on the wings. Capoue, Chalobah and Glazer in midfield. Mitchell, Cathcart, Troost-Ekong and Ngakia in defence. And of course Foster in goal. A very strong bench, loads of options to choose from if we need to mix things up. Should be a good game this, I'm expecting a good performance. We've got a 20,000 strong Vicarage Road to please. And here are the teams. Can't say I've heard of many of Luton's players. I'm aware of Sluga in goal, and James Collins has already been pinpointed as their biggest strike threat. It's Derby Day. How much do I look forward to taking on the local rivals? It's always a tremendous occasion, and the atmosphere is something to behold. It certainly can be a feisty atmosphere, that's for sure. 5 changes from the Crewe game. Back to our strongest team. Vinicius Jr. and Sarr certainly hoping for a good performance. Here we are, the Yellows up against the Orange of Luton, and Luton have the kick-off. Collins knocks it back to Bradley, and Mitchell with a free kick now from deep. Chalobah with lots of space in the middle of the park. Sarr, ball blocked, good defending there by Bradley, and cleared out to Cathcart. Up to Mitchell. Wow, great ball to Sarr who's through, and a goal! Excellent! What a start, 6 minutes in, lovely ball from Mitchell out to Sarr, great control and powers the finish home. Yeah, Cathcart picks it up. Let's have a look at that lovely ball from Mitchell again. Didn't know what he was doing, on his right foot, all the way to Sarr, lots of space, and a great powerful finish. 1-0. Well, what a lone signing Mitchell's looking like already. Messina will have to do a lot to earn his place back, I reckon. And Cathcart on the ball now, back to Mitchell. Sends the ball forward to Vinny. He gets the cross in, but it's blocked, and that's a corner. Mitchell on the corners today. A good one in at the back post. Deeney's there. Cleared away, but picked up by Sarr. Running down that right wing, looking for a cross. But tackles. Dewsbury Hall clears away on the left now. And a pass in, intercepted by Glazer. Quickly to Capoue. Cathcart now. Back to Mitchell. Mitchell looking forward for this one. Good cross into Sarr with the header, and it's at the keeper. Another good cross from Mitchell. Stats looking good, 25 minutes in. It's Sluga with the goal kick. Sends it very long. Mitchell picks that up immediately, great control. Ball forward to Vinny. Not quite got in the game yet, but plenty of time. Or he takes on one. Good shot and good save by the keeper. Half an hour in and we're looking very comfortable. 65% possession, lots of good passes. And Ngakia with the throw in here. Up to Sarr. Sarr charging at the defence again. What a nightmare for them. Must be coming up against Sarr. Norrington Davis makes the tackle, but Sarr skips past him. Chalobah to Capoue. Vinny now, over to Deeney. Mitchell with lots of space. The pass wasn't great. But let's have a good cross in to Chalobah on the edge of the area, looking for a shot. Oh, and it's a good save from Sluga. Another nice move. Luton now looking to hit us on the counter-attack, so I'm going to step back just a little bit, back to a balanced mentality, just for safety. We've been caught out by counters a few times now in the last few games, so something to be wary about. And that's half-time. A great showing for the first half. 11 shots, 7 on target. Probably should be more than 1-0 up, but Luton haven't really had much of a sniff. Mitchell having a tremendous game at left-back. Chalobah and Sarr also having good games, and Vinny's growing into the game as well. And Ngakia with a slightly concerning 6.5. We'll have to give him the chance to improve for a bit, otherwise we'll put on Navarro. Looks like we may well have a lot of rotation between Ngakia and Navarro this season. And here we go, second half, our kick-off this time. Deeney to Capoue. Back to Cathcart. Up to Vinny. And Vinny fouls. Luton no doubt starting to get a bit frustrated here. Lucky not to be booked. And Vinny puts the ball out to Mitchell. Lots of space out on the left now. Early cross. Blocked out by Norrington Davis. But Ngakia picks the ball up and returns it to Sarr. Sarr with a back heel to Ngakia. And again to Sarr, who's going to put the cross in, but no one there unfortunately. Takes the ball back. Gives some time. Capoue in the box. Oh, and it was a good save by Bree, not the keeper. Headed clear from that Capu header. Mitchell now with the ball forward, but unfortunately too far ahead of Vinny. Another really good chance. I definitely want to be scoring more than one this game. We'd be very comfortable. And Ngakia doesn't appear to be having the best time at the moment. On a 6.4, it's gone down a bit since half time. So we're going to put on Mark Navarro just to be safe. And we'll still have some more sub options later on in the game. Probably like to give Pedro an outing if we can. And Ngakia with the throw-in just before he goes off. On the ball again. Knocks it back to Glazer. Lots of space to Capu. With the turn and shot. Went for placement though, and Sluga picks it up. And on comes Navarro. Luton Town with a very much defensive structure. 3 at the back. And still not attacking our wings. Which does beg the question as to why Ngakia was having such a hard time, but never mind. Now Mitchell sends the ball to Glazer. Glazer to Chalobah. And out to Navarro. Loads of room on the wings there. He's got Sarr inside of him. And he's put a cross in. And Dini's there. Flicks it on to Vinny. To Capu. Mitchell's running in now for a shot. And that's blocked. And another corner. 68 minutes gone. And Troy Dini's not had much of an input in this game. Let's put on João Pedro and see if he can make more of an impact. Let's try and encourage the lads. They didn't like that for some reason. And Norrington Davis on the left. Sarr puts pressure on him and he gives the ball away to Trustekong. Capu now to Vinny. Up to Sarr. Come on Sarr, let's have some magic. Vinny's at the back stick. Out to Navarro. Navarro with the cross and Capu's running in. Oh, straight at the keeper. And a follow-up by Vinny also blocked. Capu wins the ball back. Mitchell there. Back to Capu. And that ball looks like it's going to the keeper. No, just out of play. More really good chances. We really need to score another one, I think, just to be comfy. And Mitchell again, another attack. Out to Glazer. Glazer to Chalobah. Navarro. Luton pretty much camped in their box now. Navarro back to Chalobah. Oh, and that was blocked. That looked like it was going for the top corner, but it hit one of our guys, unfortunately. And it's Sluga with the goal kick. Up to Bree, won the header, and there's Berry. Cathcart with an early tackle just to cut that one out. Capu now. Vinny's on the left. It would have been better if he played the ball in front of him, really, but there we go. Vinny cutting back over to the right now, next to Sarr. Back to Navarro. Navarro's got another chance for a cross, hopefully. And there we go. João Pedro's there. Oh, and that was a good block. And yet another corner. Unfortunately, we've not done enough with these corners this time. Mitchell again, with an in-swinger, headed clear. Vinny picks up the ball. Here we go, come on Vinny. And that's a foul, surely. Monker now. Is he going to get booked for that? No. They've already got 5 yellows though. And Glazer on the free kick, knocking a ball in. Who's there? Cathcart at the back post. Oh, it's hit the bar! Oh, goodness sake, we're getting so close. Sarr now. Sends it back out to Glazer. Glazer cutting inside. Lays it back to Cathcart. Certainly not looking to shoot. And back to Glazer again. And to Cathcart. And across to Capu. Oh, and Cathcart's made a good run down the left here. Who's he got in support? No. No one. Back to Glazer. Cathcart. Utilise that room again. No, we just seem to be unable to put the ball in the box at the moment. That's a shame. Capu looking a bit tired, so we're going to bring on Domingos Quina in midfield yet again as that attacking playmaker. I'd like to see him have at least one of his patented long shots. We've got 10 minutes to go now. Navarro, lots of room on the right wing yet again. Lays the ball back to Chalobah. Lofts the ball in, but headed clear. We just can't find that final ball at the moment. Glazer back out to Navarro. Back to Chalobah. Navarro weighing up the cross to Pedro, and he had a free header, but a bit far out from goal, and that's gone over the crossbar. This is disappointing that we haven't got more than one, but a very comfortable performance if we're honest. It's been one-way traffic. Quina with the corner this time, and it's the ball in. Bradley heads away just about. Cathcart's going to pick that one up. We play that back to Glazer in the middle. Yep, there we go. And back to Cathcart. We're just playing safe now. Chalobah, lots of options. Navarro bringing him forward yet again. Let's have a good ball in, Navarro, come on. And that's to Sarr. Sarr on the edge of the box, back to Navarro. He's got the beating of the left back. And that's a ball back to Chalobah, and there's a shot. Oh, good save by Sluga. So close to a second yet again. And it's Keener with another corner. Ball in. Headed away by Bradley again. Another poor corner. We're just not threatening for those at all. It's disappointing. Vinny with loads of room down on the left now. He's not really been in the game that much. Beats his man. Cuts inside. Oh, has a shot on his right. It fizzes wide at the left post. A good run though. We could have done with a bit of flair like that a bit earlier in the game. 4 minutes of added time now. They've picked up 6 yellows. Barely threatened the goal. And Navarro to Keener. Very close to the final whistle now. And there we go. That's the game. 1-0 to Watford. The first M1 derby in about 14 years, and it is a comfortable win. Despite the good performance, I'm a little disappointed that we didn't smash them. We were much better than them in every way. 71% possession, 94% pass completed. Yeah, we really should have had 2 or 3 there, but never mind. A win is a win. That's 3 wins from 3 now in the league, and what a cracking performance by Mitchell with an 8.6 rating. Good stuff. Beating the bitter rivals must be particularly pleasing. I'm absolutely delighted. Definitely love to beat Luton. And there we go, that 1-0 win sees us top of the table now, above Bournemouth and Bristol, all on 9 points. Brentford, QPR and Derby on 7, and at the bottom end we've still got Sheffield Wednesday yet to pick up a point, still on -6 after their deduction. Luton, Preston and Middlesbrough, 2 of whom we've played, still pointless as well. And there we are, with that win against Luton, it is confirmed that we are top of the Championship after 3 games. Tyrick Mitchell with a man of the match performance, he was outstanding, including that cross to Sarr for that early goal. Yeah, very comfortable, just disappointing that we didn't get more goals really. Nathan Jones, the Luton manager, pretending there are some positives after that game. Not that I saw. They were very poor. We were all over them the whole game. There we go. I quite like to see that really, if I'm honest. And Mitchell with that cracking performance, worthy of praise I think. Let's tell him he did a good job. Very impressed with the chances he created, Mitchell, and he's very happy with that. Good to see. Now it's time for a press conference after that game. Maybe a chance to rile up the Luton fans a little bit as well, just for my own amusement. Yep, happy with the result of course. Send the fans home with the bragging rights. Yeah, we'll take the confidence from this into the next game. We are looking very good so far. A good early goal. It did leave us to be a bit more comfy than I would have liked. Again, lots of chances created. We were pretty unlucky really. And Sluga made some good saves as well in the Luton goal. There we go. A good solid press conference again. A short one as well, which I like. Last episode I did promise a game against Reading. I didn't think it would be in the Carabao Cup, however. I'll play the league game against Reading off camera and update you with that in the next episode. But for now, we've been doing very well in the Carabao Cup so far. Happy to be in the 4th round. And Reading should be a winnable game as well. Some other interesting results this time. QPR beating Middlesbrough 3-0. Brentford beating Millwall 3-1 as well. Both teams probably looking for places in the playoffs this year. Particularly Brentford after last season's disappointment in the playoff final. Probably should have won that to be honest. Wow, 501 pass combinations during that last game against Luton. 300 short passes, 150 medium and 51 long passes. Very much a short passing team, which is how I want to play. Very much biding our time with that occasional killer long ball. Quite a lot of our goals have been scored by long balls so far as well, so just efficient use of them by the looks of it. Scout meeting or a recruitment meeting. Let's take a look and see what they have to say here. Yep, well I've certainly signed players under the age of 23 for the first team. Dan Glazer at 23 years old. Mitchell at 20 years old as well. Signed players under the age of 21 for the future. We're still in the process of doing that. There's a couple more that I want to bring in that we'll talk about if I make a bid. Lots of scouting going on at the moment. I've got about 650 in for scouting at the moment, so it's going to take a while. No signing of players over the age of 32. Certainly don't plan to do that, so that's fine. And we're working within the wage budget as well, having corrected that. Be interesting to see where they think we need some improvements. Let's take a look. Yep, so they still think that we need a backup right wing option. Hard to disagree. I don't think it's a huge problem really. We have options that can play there. Keener and Pedro can play there if Sarr needs a rest, and I'm quite happy to give those two some game time as well. So we'll see. If a good option appears, then yes, I'll go in for a signing. If not, it's not a problem, I don't think. Well, the scouts are saying that Reading are vulnerable to playing against a 4-3-3 DM wide, which is perfect because that is our main formation at the moment. Looks like Adalberto Peñaranda who's on loan at CSKA Sofia, put in a good performance at the weekend. He's out on loan from us. Let's take a quick look at him. Yep, a young Venezuelan brought in through the South American scouting network. He has shown a lot of promise, but never quite kicked on at Watford. He's basically been on loan at various clubs for the last few years. First of all was to try and get his work permit, and then when he did, he just couldn't break into the squad. Some good stats really. Again, another left winger or forward. Relatively promising, but on 32 grand a week, probably best to loan him out this season. Hopefully he'll do well, his value will shoot up, and then we can reassess at the end of the season when he gets back whether we want to keep and give him a shot, or sell him off for some money, or just send him out on another loan. Mitchell and Navarro have made it into the Championship Team of the Week. Mitchell is not a surprise. Navarro, however, obviously had a good impact when he came on as a sub. He did have a lot of action out there on the right wing. Pretty much no defending for him to do, it was all attack. Impressive nonetheless, and I will give him a start in one of those games against Reading. Interesting to see Sluga, the Luton keeper, there as well. He certainly had a lot of saves to make and did a pretty decent job. So I'm planning to keep things pretty simple in this game. Almost exactly the same lineup as last time, except João Pedro up front instead of Dini, just to give him a run out. Definitely want to make some subs. It'll be good to give Kabasele and Ken Sema some game time if possible. James Garner as well, always a good option in midfield. Dominguez Keane the same. I expect some of these guys will get a run out in the league game against Reading next match. But again, another strong team. Let's go. A few more familiar faces in this Reading team. Puskas, Elise, Semedo, Liam Moore, Lewis Gibson, all well-known Championship players. Decent players and can certainly pose a bit of a threat to us. However, I am happy with my team. I do expect them to do well. That forward line in particular is beastly, as we know. Hopefully we'll show what we can do. We go out onto the pitch at the Vic again. Not a sellout this time, but it is only the 4th round of the Cup. And Pedro with the kick-off back to Capoue. And to Cathcart. Up to Vinny on the left. Mitchell with the overlap there. And there we go, he's been used. Mitchell again, charging down the left. Tries the cross, but it's blocked. Ball falls back to Glazer in the middle of the park. Back out to Mitchell. Got more space this time. Another cross. Sarr's there. Headed clear. Well, 15 minutes gone. Very little happened so far. No shots at all. Obviously a tight fought game. We're still bossing possession and passes though. And here we go. It's Mitchell with the throw in on the left. Didn't reach anyone, and Reading instantly clear. Hoof the ball forward, and Puskas is on it. He's beat Cathcart, and it's a shot. Oh, powerful shot, and Foster palms it over, and Reading have a corner. And another corner for Reading. Elise yet again. Ball in. Foster claims that. Good stuff. And we have the chance to break, hopefully. And it's launched up the field to Sarr. Sarr takes it. Oh, what a lovely touch. Completely sold the left back there. Sarr's through. He's got Pedro and Vinny in the box. And it's through to Pedro. Shot blocked. Back to Sarr. Oh, I think it was offside. Yeah, unfortunately. Good chance. It would have been nice to see Pedro on the score sheet. Our strikers haven't done that much so far. It's all been about the wingers. And both are being kept pretty quiet at the moment as well, Sarr and Vinny. Half an hour gone, it's been pretty even. Really not much going on at all. I might have to make some changes. Sarr's looking pretty tired already, which isn't encouraging. Reading with 3 attacking midfielders in that lineup was quite a surprise. Should leave a lot of space behind them in the middle of the park though. Hopefully the defence in Glazer can shut those guys out. Here we are, and Ngaki with the throw out to Sarr. Sarr lets the ball run, which was a mistake. It was cleared out by Gibson. Trustekong now with the ball. Up the line to Ngakia, lots of space. Let's have a good ball in. Acting a bit slow there. But Chalobah there with the shot, and it's a good save by Anderson. And he launches the ball up the field. We win the header. And Vinny picks up the ball instead of Swift. Out to Glazer in the middle. Mitchell out wide now on the left. All a bit leisurely. I'd like to see a bit more urgency really. Vinny now with the ball. He's marching his way into the area. He's round 2 and it's saved again. Good shot. Lovely mazy run by Vinny there. And we've got the corner. It's Mitchell. Ball in at the back post. Headed clear by Gibson. And we're a bit slow to react, but Glazer mops that up. Well, 0-0 at half-time. Very little's gone on. Disappointing, really. We've had a couple of good chances to score now. I think we can do it, but I am going to tell them very firmly that I'm not happy with their performance out there so far. Come on, lads. Show a bit more urgency, please. I haven't changed anything tactically since the last game. It should be the same. And Reading with the kick-off now. Mitchell with the throw on the left. Another threatening one. Over to Vinny. And Vinny's knocked the ball back to Glazer. Glazer's got space, but not lined up the shot. It's gone to Chalobah, to Sarr. And Sarr to Capoue, and they're all getting in the way of each other. Liam Moore blocked that one. Cathcart wins the header. Put back to Thomas Estevez. Lays it back to Moore. We're putting a lot of good pressure on. And that should go through to Foster. Foster out to Ngakia. Sarr's got a lot of space up on the right wing, but he plays it infield to Glazer, up to Capoue, looking forward now, out to Sarr on the right wing, a good ball from Capoue, I expect nothing less. Gone Sarr with the ball in, no, he's dribbled his way through, laid it on a plate to Capoue, but it was blocked. Wow, what a good run that was by Sarr. Really should have utilised that more. Wow, this is disappointing. I really expect better from this team. I'm going to change to an attacking mentality because we're just not getting forward enough. And these final balls are poor as well. And Moore on the ball now, bringing it forward, out of defence. Back to Rinon Potter. Through to Swift. He's got lots of space, but the shot was poor and it's straight to Foster. Wow, they really should have taken advantage of that. That was poor from us. And Ngakia having another poor game. I'm sorry, Ngakia. I really want you to do well, but we're going to have to sub you off. Mark Navarro comes back on. He's definitely going to have to start the next game because he's just playing so much better than Ngakia at the moment. I'm also going to bring off Chalobah for Ghana, put him on instead, give him a chance to prove himself. And if Vinicius Jr.'s not careful, he'll be off next as well. 6.4 rating. I do expect a lot better from Maloney from Real Madrid. It's just not working for us at the moment. I'm going to change to our 4-2-3-1 and really go for it. Glazer not having the best of games, so Dominguez Quina comes on in his favoured position. A bit of a let-off of Vinny, who's been pretty poor so far, but I'm hoping that the link up with Quina will give him a bit more of the ball and a chance to prove himself. We know what a good player he is. Etienne Capoue drops back into that deep line playmaker role. We have the 4 players on the attacking mentality now. We're really going to go for it this time. 20 minutes to go. Let's hope these changes have a proper impact. Anderson with the goal kick. Launches the ball long. Elise is there, but Ekong beats him to the ball. Sarr knocks it down to Quina. Quina charging forward now. Lays it back to Navarro. Navarro looking to get the cross in, hopefully. And it's a cross at the near post, headed away by Gibson. And of course we're all forward, so now they're trying to counter us. This is always the danger. Well tracked back by Capoue. And Quina knocks forward to Pedro, lays it on a plate to Sarr, acres of space. And we've got players charging in as well. Vinny's there. Go on, Vinny. Oh, and what a great last-ditch tackle that was. Vinny goes back to pick up the ball, lays it back to Mitchell. Time to rebuild. Long ball back up to Vinny. In the box, Sarr's there. Headed clear. Vinny picks it up yet again. Desperately trying to make his mark on the game, which I like to see. Over to Navarro. Forward to Sarr. 1-2 between them both. Back to Navarro. Back to Capoue and Trustekong. Rebuild, lads, rebuild. There's still time. Cathcart up to Navarro. 1-2 with Sarr. Navarro's got space. And it's a good cross in. And Quina's there. Headed down to Sarr. Back to Quina. Blocked yet again. Quina takes the ball back out of the area. Lays it to Ghana. Back to Mitchell. Wow. This is crazy. Come on, Mitchell. And he didn't know what to do, so he's knocked that back to Cathcart. What a real shame. That looked like it had a lot of promise. Cathcart to Mitchell. Up to Ghana. Nice one-touch passing. Out to Vinny now. Charging towards the area, looking for a shot there, and he takes it, but unfortunately it's straight at the keeper. Nice idea though, we need more shots, that's for sure. That's 11 now and only 4 on target. Navarro with the throw in, out to Vinny on the left. Plays it to Ghana in the middle, back to Vinny, nice 1-2 that, and Vinny takes the shot. Oh, and what a save. I thought that was sailing into the top corner, but good save by Anderson. And we've got another corner. Let's hope we can do something with it now Ghana's on the pitch. Ghana with the ball in, claimed by the keeper. Rubbish. No one threatening for that at all. Really disappointing. Mitchell, Capoue and Sarr all looking pretty knackered, along with Vinny. But tough. You should have scored and then you wouldn't have to play any extra time. Quina there with the cross. And Pedro. Oh, how was that saved? That really should have been a goal, like the game said. What a save by Anderson. We are really giving these goalkeepers a workout, that's for sure. Ghana with another corner. Please, please be better this time. Looks better, no one there though. Puskas heads away, and Swift will get to that first as well, which is disappointing. He's got lots of space on the left now. Capu, well done, well covered, particularly with the right back miles up the field. Come on boys, this isn't good enough. And we picked up 4 bookings now as well, which is disappointing. And it's penalties yet again. Well, that was a disappointing 0-0 draw, that's for sure. It's gone to penalties, and we don't have the best penalty takers in the world. Sarr is our best taker, so he goes first, followed by Pedro, Vinicius Jr., James Garner and Capu. It was Capu who scored that winning penalty in the second round against Fulham, I believe. Hopefully it won't go any further than that because the rest of them are not great. Fingers crossed that Foster can pull off some saves. And Sarr's up for the first penalty of the shootout. Come on, Sarr. Oh, and he's hit the post. He sent the keeper the wrong way and he smacked the post. Terrible start. Here comes Puskas for Reading. Come on, Foster. We need to even that up as soon as possible. Oh, and he saved it! Yes, Foster. What a cracking save as well. He's just caught the ball. Still 0-0 then. João Pedro up, our second penalty taker. Come on, Pedro. Yes. Bottom left-hand corner. Well done. Swift for Reading now. Up against Foster. Come on, Ben. Oh, and he went the right way. Just Swift put it too far in the corner. 1-1. Here comes Vinny. Come on, Vinny. Oh, a terrible penalty. Saved by the keeper. Oh, dearie me. I think this isn't our day. This doesn't look promising. Estevez stepping up now. Oh, and again, Foster goes the right way and just out of reach. This is really disappointing. Not looking good. James Garner now. Come on, Garner, you got to score this one. Oh, lucky. Very close to the keeper, but it's gone in, and that's what counts. So Meadow stepping up now. Come on, Foster. Come on. Oh, and he's gone the right way and another cracking save. Yes, Foster. And it's all square, going into the last of the 5. Up steps Capu. Come on, Etienne. Yes. Good goal. Really nice penalty, that. Reading have to score this to stay in now. And Ejaria, the man to step up. Here he is, Ejaria. Oh, and again, Foster goes the right way. But it did trickle in just beyond him. And we're down to our 6th taker now. This isn't good. The rest of our takers are not great. Here comes Keener. Dominguez Keener with a nice penalty. Sends the keeper the wrong way. 4-3. Reading must score to stay in. Liam Moore, the centre half, stepping forward now. I expect he'll blast this one. Come on, Foster. Oh, and a good penalty into the bottom corner. Foster goes the right way again, but too far behind the ball. And it is now Foster's turn to take the penalty. Come on, Ben Foster. Oh, a lovely penalty in the bottom right. Pressure's on now. Reading must score for the shootout to continue. And it's Tetek stepping forward now. Foster must be buzzing after that penalty. And 2 good saves already. Real shame if we don't win this one now. Oh, and it's straight at Foster. And we win again. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Because that was not a good performance at all. And we've given them a bit of a rollicking after that one, which has fired them all up, thankfully. Well, there we are. We've got away with that one. Ben Foster, man of the match, 8.3 rating. Excellent performance. 3 excellent penalty saves as well. We created plenty of chances in that game. We really should have won. We bossed the possession. We had about 13 shots, but only 6 on target. We were just a bit leisurely, really. That final ball was lacking. And a bit slow with some of our shots as well. It was far too easy for them to get the block in. However, we did win. We're now through to the 5th round, and we owe a lot to Ben Foster today. And Gaki are telling the media about the rollicking that I gave them after that game. Yes, it did fire them all up, thankfully, at least. I'm expecting a much better performance next time out, that's for sure. So despite the last 2 games being a little disappointing, we did still come away with wins. The form is looking very good so far. 3 wins in the Cup, 3 wins in the league. Looking promising. Even when we're not at our best, we're able to grind out some of these results, which is encouraging. Next episode, I'm planning to jump ahead a couple of games. We'll have to see what happens in the Cup now with the 5th round. I'm not sure when that game is meant to be played, but I'm assuming it's going to be a game that's worth showing as we're starting to progress in it quite nicely. My plan at the moment is to look ahead to those Bournemouth and Wickham fixtures towards the end of October, so I'll play through the games against Reading, Derby and Blackburn and catch you up to speed afterwards. Bournemouth will be a tough test, we know that. They're another side with loads of quality, too good for the Championship. Wickham, however, probably are the weakest team in the Championship, and it could be a goal fest if we play our game working properly, but you'll just have to wait and see next episode to find out. Thanks very much for watching yet again. I'm appreciating the support so far. It's always tough to get a new channel up and running, so any support that you can give is very important. If you can subscribe, if you can give the video a like, I'd really appreciate it. Now that the full game is about to be released, I do have plans for some other saves to work alongside this one if possible. I'm hoping to upgrade my computer rig at home very soon to improve the quality of these videos and the speed that I can put them out. At the moment I'm fighting with the editor a little bit and it's causing me some problems. But again, thank you very much for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye.